Robert, thank you. Trending this evening, news surrounding Sunray Cinemas, saying the historic building in 5 Points was sold or is going to be torn down. A petition made by a patron of the movie theater calling for people to save it, claiming it will be made into a parking garage.
So we know a lot of you have been talking about those rumors swirling around Sunray Cinema and its possible closure. Dozens of you have been commenting on our Facebook post about this topic, and you can see those are not the comments, but we're going to show you some of the comments right behind me. Tonight, we're on your side, verifying 3 big questions about the Sunray. First, we can verify, yes, the building that houses Sunray Cinema, it is being sold. This is according to Jack Schad, the man who has owned the building since 2004 and is now selling it. Now, second, and we've seen this claim a lot online in the past day, we can verify that no, the Sunray will not be torn down to build a parking garage. We took this question to Jacksonville City Councilman Jimmy Peluso today. Here's what he told us.
No possibility. There will not be a parking garage. And even the owners of the theater have said, nope, we're going to dispel that. They can't do anything, especially on the outside. They need to get a certificate of use for anything. The big concern is, well, what can be done in the interior?
And finally, it is unconfirmed right now if the Sunray will close. We did reach out to Sunray's owner and ask if they are planning to close. We've not yet gotten an answer.
And our Zach Wilcox coverage tonight. He's on your side at Sunray Cinemas in 5 Points. A lot of people are concerned about the future of this theater.
Yeah, Anthony, I tell you what, the started for the day, but we've been out here filming a little bit, getting some B-roll, and it's always busy in 5 Points, as you know. A lot of folks come up to us, but some of those questions on Facebook that you guys means for the a lot of folks told us that it's this theater that brought them to Riverside, brought them to the 5 Points area to begin with.
I've probably been here like 15 to 20 times.
Nick Bouchard considers himself quite the movie buff, so when he moved to Jacksonville, he was hoping to find somewhere he could enjoy that art feel. And Sunray Cinema scratched that itch.
Movies, I work in the film industry, it was so important to me. So this kind of sealed the deal. I live in Riverside, Avondale because of Sunray Cinema.
A Facebook post from the theater indicated it may leave its historic spot in 5 Points has moviegoers like Bouchard worried about how many more eclectic movies they'll be able to see.
Super surprised. I mean, I would have never guessed it.
The Shad family, which has owned the 5 Points theater building for 20 years, said in a statement, quote, "It is time for us to sell the building to a new owner who can maintain that legacy." Jack Shad says the new buyer will have to honor all existing leases by law. Jacksonville City Councilman Jimmy Peluso says his phone has been ringing non-stop since the news came out.
There's a few things we could have done, and I wish we had more time to have done them. But now that we might have a new owner, we can kind of look forward and see, all right, how do we make sure the integrity of what's there remains there?
Peluso says he hasn't talked with the new buyer yet, but he plans to make sure they know how his constituents like feel.
But we're going to explain to them what this means, what it means to the community, and maybe if there's ways to make sure that we can help incentivize them to do other things, like keep the theater while also doing something above or in other portions of the space, or to extend the lease, I'm very much game to do so.
So the owners of Sunray Cinema told us they weren't available to talk today, and I also want to point out that 5 Points Brew, which is right next, or Brew 5 Points, which is right next to the cinema in the same building, would also be impacted by all this. It's under the same ownership in the same building. So we went in there. Barista told us that it's still too early to know exactly what impact this is going to have at this point. In 5 Points Coast News, on your side.